Welcome back to Fog Football, and it is the Old Firm Aftermath. We're going to go through all the latest news in the world of Scottish football. But yesterday, Rangers 1, Celtic 2. The league is done. Rangers bottle it. Celtic, better team. Just a pish day overall for Rangers, getting beat the gap now, 6.6 games to go. And fucking wasters, scumbags, throwing bottles on to the pitch. And then we saw like a picture of all the bottles lined up, which is just an absolute fucking mess. But Cameron Carter figures he's earned a new nickname. He's the fridge. All the Celtic players celebrating. It goes on about a Tati and Yota. Scott Brown also posting on Instagram, "Thanks lads, enjoyed that one I did." And it just makes you think, oh you bastard. Mr. Dembele turned around saying usual stuff from his former side. And like I touched a bit at my review over the game of Jesus yesterday, it's like Celtic were dominant for 10 years, 9 years, whatever, right? And of course, the last couple of years of the 9 in a row, Rangers got better under Gerrard, so it wasn't like complete, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like it was the previous couple of years before that. And the day still won the title and shit. But it's like Rangers last season, we had for a season, but we were good. Rangers were great last season, right? But how much of it, looking back in it, much of it was a Celtic explosion, implosion, whatever word you want to call it. You know, I think even if Celtic didn't implode last season, I think Rangers still would have won the league, but it would never have been by the gap. The gap probably flattered us in the end by how much Celtic just went to fucking shit. Even though it was a great season still from Rangers, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, yeah, we basically won every Old Firm, but if Celtic weren't as pish, then what would have happened in the Old Firm games? I mean, they would never have been able to overturn that points gap realistically with just Old Firm games. You know what I mean? It would have had to take us to bottle the other games, but then you could turn around and say, well, it's all ifs, buts and maybes, but I mean, you could turn around and say, well, Celtic won a couple of the Old Firms and Rangers could have bottled it against some of the other teams. Totally get that logic, you know what I mean? But yeah, but in terms of the league, it is done, guys. But Rangers have an interest in signing goalkeeper Sam Johnson, 29-year-old of West Brom. Couldn't give a rat's arse about this guy. But I tell you what, for Rangers' point of view, that Champions League, right? It was more about it was more than the money. Because yeah, the money's great, but how many of those players were like, fuck it? They would happily stay with Rangers, you know, like the people who think will move on, you know, like Kent, Morelos, Aribo, Goldson, you know, I think Tav will just stay, but those sort of players who promise of Champions League football, you know, the amount more money going into the club, they'll probably get more wages, bonuses, you know, all this shit, playing against the best players in the world in the Champions League. Of course we can still get Champions League, you know, next season you finish second, you've got to go into the qualifying, but I just don't see that happening with the whole pre-season game. It's kind of hard. And especially if we don't turn it fucking around and we lose half of these players. And then you've also got to factor in the Europa League. Will we turn up in the Europa League now? I mean, we've turned up in Europe all season, apart from the first two games. I know we got beat there against Red Star, but it was kind of unlucky. It should have been a draw. It was just a stupid fucking penalty to give away. But you know what I mean? We've definitely just been better in Europe this season than the league. The league, we've stumbled through the league. Lucky, I think, to actually be 6 points behind because we've been very shit, reliant on late goals and all that shite. And also, that's another question. Is GIO's time up, guys? I'll probably make a fit on that game in Jesus. I think it could be, honestly. You know, yeah, Europe's been good, but fuck me, man. Seeing the league, substitution-wise, what is the fucking retard doing? You know? Get up to the end of the season, probably. And then, if you don't see improvement or something that gives you a bit of fucking faith, because that is 2 Old Firm games now. We've been pumped. And I mean pumped. And on that note, guys, there's a bit of other news, but nothing mental. I mean, Patterson was supposed to get his first start there for Everton, but that didn't really happen, did it, guys? But anyway, till next time, we have first to and peace.